Hi, I'm Tom from On Target Adventures. In this video I'll be reviewing the Tidewe 5500 cubic inch external frame backpack. In the video I'll talk about just the main features, show you the compartments, how big they are. I'll show you how easy it is to take the backpack off and just use the frame for hauling out meat. It says when I got the backpack, it said that it easily can haul out a deer. I'm not sure about an elk, but I don't elk hunt anyway. But so we'll show you how fast and easy it is to put the backpack on and off, as well as some applications. I'm a saddle hunter, and I wanted just a bigger backpack and something I could also carry meat out because I hunt where there's a lot of hills, and I think it just might be easier for me to pack the meat out on my back versus using a game cart. Alright, so I have it loaded up right now just like I would for bow hunting. My saddle setup. This is just my platform and my climbing aid. I have other videos on that if you want to check those out as well. I don't have to carry any sticks using this method. Just a lone wolf hand climber seat. Plenty of molly straps here. So I'm packing it just like I would if I could make one trip out, get a deer, and then bring the backpack and all the meat out in one trip. So I have a saw. Just turn the blade around so it wouldn't cut anything. For quartering the deer. You got these three main straps here that go through the mollies that attach to the frame. When you first get the pack, it does come with 2 extra cotter pins. You can adjust. Right now the cotter pin is right here on the lowest setting. Okay, so this whole bar will pull up 2 notches higher if you want. It's on the lowest setting now. I'll put it on later so you can see how tall it sits as compared to on my body. But it's in the lowest setting now. It comes with 2 extra cotter pins and 2 extra zippers there. Also, I'll lay it this way so you can see it a little better. The very top main compartment, I was a little worried at first. I didn't know if this just cinches drawstring. One drawstring, and it's got another one. Okay, to access your main compartment. Alright, but there's an easier way. Now, if I wanted to put sleeping bags or extra jackets, this would be fantastic, obviously. This is a little bit of overkill for a day pack, but again, I wanted something that I could haul meat out in as well. You can access the main pack right here. Right here, and this zipper goes, this zipper goes most of the way down each side. So I can access my main pack right here as well. So I like that. I didn't have to go through the top because that drawstring stuff material is pretty loud and noisy. So you can access your main compartment from the top without having to mess with this plastic loud stuff. The rest of the bag goes really quiet. It's really quiet to the touch. So I just show you everything I have here. It's a pistol case, but this holds my hunts. So this holds my camera, my microphone, extra batteries. Right now it's on. I'm using my camera. Just got some game bags here. Got my base. Mighty Outfitter Pro base for a camera arm. It also has buckles on the inside which work really, really well that hold my camera arm in place. Got binoculars. At the bottom I have stuff for if I get a deer, I have a deer drag if I need to move the deer a little bit. I have a backup strap for my platform. Alright, for the side pouch. The pouch on this side. This flips open. This flips out as far as you want to, and you can fit a rifle down there. And then right down here, this comes out, and this would be for your the stock of your rifle. Would fit right down here, right below the bag for a little bit, a couple inches. So that would be handy if you're going to run long hikes with your rifle. I'll probably just put my rifle over my shoulder so it's easily accessible if I see a deer. But if you're doing any hiking for a distance, you could put your bow or your rifle in there. So that's kind of nice. It just folds right back up. Put it right down in a pocket. And then this goes. I have a lot of stuff in here. I have a rangefinder. I have some gloves. Grunt tube. Flashlight, knife. There's a little pouch too. A little pouch, a bigger pouch on the side, some toilet paper, some compass in there. Just keep that in there. A little, another mesh pouch where I'll keep my bow hanger, hang my stuff, hang my backpack and my bow with that also. So that's a lot of stuff in that one little compartment. That's on one side. That's where you carry your rifle if you want to. And those zip about 3/4 of the way down. So again, easy to access thing. And the other side has a pouch. Same size, goes from here to here. Now this one actually I can stick my arm and goes all the way through and into this. I suppose you could put your water bottle in here if you wanted to or something, or if you had a spotting scope. Or maybe a tripod. This would be really slick. This does not open up like the other side. That's stitched shut on both sides. And this is the same size here. This side does not have any of those two small compartments inside this side one. Right now I just have my ratchet strap for my camera base, camera arm. That's all I have in there now. Again, I'm only at maybe, all this stuff is maybe only 40-50% used, because again, this is a bigger backpack. Right behind here by your head, there's a compartment also. It says it has a water bladder too for a hydration system. But there's a little shelf here. I just have a bungee cord and some paracord in there. I'm not sure if that's for the water compartment or not. That's just in that part that flips up and down. Again, this front pouch, it's pretty big. The zippers go all the way down, about 3/4 of the way down again. I just have my saw sticking in there. It's stuck up a couple inches. And then there's another two more compartments down here. This compartment down here, I just have my ropes, lineman's rope, and my tether. And then below that, if you pull away the bottom, basically, if you unzip that, now this is noisy material on the bottom, but you're not going to ever use this unless it's raining out, because this is a rain fly. This whole thing comes out. That was pretty fast, just like that. You can have your main compartment fully waterproof. Thought that was kind of a cool idea, especially if you're gonna be sleeping overnight. Because it said this, pack is big enough to do a 3 to 5 day hunt if you wanted to out of it. So I thought that was pretty slick, pretty fast to do. Again, this stuff is loud, but when it's raining out, that doesn't matter because the rain will be louder than the noise of this. And when you're walking, this hip belt, hip support here, can probably keep my milkweed in here. Easy access, really easy to get to. And there's one on each side. One on this side as well. This side has got batteries and some wipes. It says it has a holster, pistol holster, which I'm not sure about that, but I can't figure out a way to put a pistol on here. But I'll carry that on my belt anyway. But alright, so how easy was this to take? If you're going pretty close to the car, you could just use this. If you wanted to walk close enough, you could walk back. With all my gear in it, was like 23 or 24 pounds here. And I could go back, I could take this whole thing off and just go back with the frame pack. But there's some spots where I go on, it's over a mile, and it's super hilly, where I think I would take this backpack off, put the meat in game bags, put the meat closest to your body, closest to the frame, and then I can bungee this back on. So here's how you take this off. I was able to do this with all my stuff in it. So now most of this out of it, so there's just three straps on each side. Okay, one side's done. Now the backpack's off. Now you just have to loop these 3 main straps that are attached to the frame. And they go through the sides too, so they go through 4 mollies total. 1 on the sides, then 2 mollies in the front of the backpack as well. Okay, this takes more time than the 6 buckles that you need to get out. You notice this one's buckled in the middle. Take it out of there. Okay, so that's it. Backpack's off. You cannot wear, there's no straps here. Okay, so that's the pack. So the frame has does have a venting system here. Okay, so you got air coming through here. It's got some support. It is super comfortable backpack. It's got good. These are super thick, padded, good quality. Here you can see that the pin right here. Okay, there's a hole here and a hole here, so you could raise this whole thing 2 more notches if you wanted to. I'm going to keep mine low. The buckles are just plastic buckles. I don't know. Again, I got this for $129 off of Amazon, so I just didn't want to spend $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 on one. Again, if you just buckle it without trying to make it quiet, it's pretty loud. But obviously, if you just hold your fingers there, you can make it much quieter like that. So the buckles are just plastic buckles, nothing fancy. Meat shelf here. Try to tilt it towards you a little bit. You can adjust the angle on this. Okay, so you can have it however you want. You can have it at 90. When it's just a bag, I just put it up a little bit so it'll help support the bag. But you can have this however you want. There's a nice heavy duty material here. Everything is seems pretty heavy duty on it. So some of your upper end packs, you're able to move your backpack out, put your meat close to the frame here, and put it back on. These buckles they had on the backpack were not big enough. They're not going to be long enough to do that. But I think what I could do is, I think if I put my game bags here up against the frame, I can take, this also folds up like this also. I think I'll be able to put, if I could just carry 3 bungees, I can bungee through the molly on the side, through 2 mollies in the front, and through the molly on this side. And I be going through 4 mollies on the top, the middle, and the bottom. I think that would be plenty enough to hold my 20 pounds worth of stuff, my backpack, on the outside of the meat. So I'm pretty sure, even though the buckles don't allow you to move the backpack out, I think you could easily just detach it, put your meat on, and then and just use 3 bungees or paracord, or maybe a super small ratchet straps or something like that. And now we'll go outside and show you what it looks like. All right, so here is just, right now I have 25 pounds in my pack, everything I would take for a normal bow hunt or gun hunt with me. I have my platform and my climbing aid, which doubles as both, strapped on the back there. And then this waist belt, obviously you just want to tighten that as much as you can. This is just so the shoulder straps stay together so they don't slide off your shoulders. And then the load adjusters are right here, and they're pretty easy to get to, and obviously they don't come into play too much when you're having a lighter load like this, but you can tighten those to get the load closer to your body. And just for reference, I am about 6'4". I have about a 36 waist, about 225 pounds, so you can kind of see in relationship how big the pack is. And surprisingly, this is pretty tight. I mean, I have a lot of room left over on these hip belt here. I mean, so you could be a really bigger guy, and this would probably fit you just fine as well. If you're maybe a smaller person, this might be a little bit too big for you, because I only have maybe 3 or 4 inches on that waist belt. That's pretty much, it's tighter than it is loose actually. So. This simulating the white bucket has 75 pounds of weight, simulating like a quartered out deer, or possibly part of an elk if you wanted to use it to pack out meat. And then I just have some bungees around the backpack part of it. The backpack part comes completely off, and you can just bungee back over the top, because you want your heaviest stuff, your meat, you want that closest to the frame pack as possible. And then the lighter stuff, I have about 25 pounds of stuff, hunting stuff, in the backpack. And so now I'll just show you some clips. It's pretty comfortable. These the hip belt here is very thickly padded, very comfortable. You want that as tight as you can, obviously, right above your hips, which it is right now. And then it's got load adjusters, which already adjusted them right here on both sides. That just keeps the load closer to your body. Just tighten it down a little more. You want those pretty tight when you're hauling out. So I have 100 pounds total, 75 pounds of weights in the bucket, and 25 pounds of just my normal hunting stuff. So you could potentially do 1 trip in and 1 trip out if you're hunting deep, way back, where you don't want to come back, drop your stuff off, and make an extra trip to haul your deer out. You could quarter it. You go on hunt, kill your deer, quarter it, then you can get all the meat out, all your stuff out in 1 trip. Now, depending on what state you live in, then has different laws and regulations with what you do with the carcass. Here in Wisconsin, I'd have to make a 2nd trip to get the carcass out, because you cannot leave that in the woods, but it's still better than making 3 trips in. So you can also, if you're hunting close to your vehicle, where if you do get a deer or an elk, you're able to go back to your vehicle, take all your hunting stands, your equipment back. You know, most people have between 15 and 30 pounds. If hunting close enough, you can get rid of that stuff. You can actually take the backpack off, like I have it completely off right now. It comes off really, really fast in probably like a minute, because you can take the pack completely off and then use it solely as a meat hauler to pack your meat out.